Sedentary way of life is an incredible threat to all of humanity if you spend 8 hours during your day. The duration of your life is reduced by 10 years. This is a sensational study of British scientists. Also, a sedentary lifestyle leads to a lot of disease. But we can't leave our own work, get rid of our car, and find free time for physical training, if it's not catastrophic enough. About unexpected solution, about sedentary way of life, we will talk in our program today. Let me introduce our guest, Владиславом Гордиенко. He is a primary care doctor, professor. Good evening. Vladislav, for many years you have been studying a sedentary lifestyle and its consequences. What diseases a sedentary life can lead? From the school course, we know that no muscle can function normally, an abnormal blood supply. Sitting is not a specific pose for a person. When he is sitting in this position for a long time, the blood supply of the whole large circle is affected. This leads to such diseases: varicose veins of the legs, pelvic organ, thrombophlebitis, thrombosis, congestive prostatitis in men, hemorrhoids, arthrosis, coxarthrosis, intervertebral hernia, and sciatica. Cox is injured. I didn't know that such different diseases can have a common cause, and this common cause is a sedentary lifestyle. We must understand and accept one simple thing: we are the civilization of a sedentary people. The man is a single one from private climbed down a tree, stood on 2 feet, and sat down on coccyx, anus, and perineum. You can't sit on them. 7 years ago, you found a way to avoid the negative consequences of a sedentary lifestyle. And this is your personal invention. This is an orthopedic pillow of Gordienko. Tell us about its operation. Realizing the complex of problems that exist, we cannot radically change that about life. The driver cannot start driving while standing. We have to develop some kind of orthopedic device that will allow us to continue the way of life that we are conducting and not harm to health. So I created a such pillow. How does it work? There are many options of how it works. We place it on the seat, sit on top, horns to the steering wheel, desk, computer, in the workplace where you need to sit for a long time. The problem of man is the fact that a person sits on a small pelvis and weights his body presses the inguinal and perineal areas. The blood supply to the legs and pelvic organs is distributed and leads to the diseases that I mentioned above. What gives my pillow? We completely unloaded a small pelvis, got air access and the normal temperature regime. This is extremely important for us. In addition, thanks to the filler fraction and the special energy form, we can obtain acupressure for the new gluteal muscles. It greatly enhances blood supply of the legs. The hour of sitting on my pillow replaces the 30 minutes rain. Cellulite of gluteal muscles leave. In addition, after some time, the coccyx, sacrum and neck began to ache. That's why, relaxing the gluteal muscles as fatigue, a man sits on the coccyx. Once a person has sat on the coccyx, the entire vertebral column receives emphasis, and taking into account the shape of the spine, it's uneven, has 2 natural lordosis, cervical and lumbosacral. Then in these places we get a non-specific frontal load. This leads to deformation of the ring bursts, the pulp leaves, and a hernia is obtained. Sitting on my pillow, the process of formation of new hernia and their subsequent growth steps. No matter how man relaxes the gluteal muscles, no matter how he jumps on the pits, the coccyx remains on weight. The vertebral column is not injured. Also, the sphincter of the anus does not get injured, which leads to hemorrhoids. In men, the prostate gland is not injured, the blunt trauma of which leads to prostatitis. The pillow has an aroma. What is special filler in it? The filler is of biological origin. Eucalyptus, buckwheat, lavender, everything is natural. No chemistry, porcelain, foam, plastic and other substances. You name your pillow a transformer. It can be used in a various way. The next guest will be in our studio. She will test your innovation in different ways. Let's see our video. This morning, Tatiana hurries to work. She is from work. She works in one of the capital offices. The working day lasts almost 9 hours. Working as a manager, computer, and with the phone, she spends the entire working day in a sitting position. Hence, the typical health problems: pain in the neck, lower back, varicose veins, and even bad sleep. Most of my time I spent sitting in the car, in the office, and at home. There were such problems as back pain. I have heard about the orthopedic transformer of Gordienko, which helps get rid of these problems. I would like to know more about this invention. We invited Tatiana to the studio, and she personally has the opportunity to talk with Dr. Gordienko and learn more about the pillow, which allows you to get rid of the effects of a sedentary lifestyle. How to get rid of this negative influence of a sedentary lifestyle and prevent disease. This is what we are talking about today in our program Fashionable Health. Tatiana has joined to our conversation. Good afternoon. Tatiana, from the previous story, we learned that you have already heard about Gordienko's pillow and want to test it today, and you have such an opportunity to do it in our studio. Let's start. How many options do you know? There are 5 main options to use it. The first option was shown. The cushion is located directly on the seat. For the correct sitting, a person should sit with coccyx on this hole. How to understand whether a person is sitting correctly, no matter how expensive is an armchair? 70% of the cost is back. Many people don't rest on the back. You must sit down to learn on the back. This is the first. The second, always there should be an emphasis for legs or foot. The person rests on it, and this makes it possible to relax the muscles of the legs and organs of the small pelvis. In this position, we have a normal outflow of blood through the venous system, and it doesn't press the area of small pelvis. Also, we will not sit on the coccyx. As soon as a person sits down on the coccyx, we give the front load on the entire post. Tatiana, you are several minutes in the studio. What are your impressions and feelings? It's hard to say yet, but it's comfortable to sit. The second option, we offered a set of 2 pillows. The second is located on the back of the seat. This is in case if a person has already a pronounced problem in the lumbosacral department: lumbago, radiculitis, hernia, trauma, neuralgia. We have a pillow on the back of the seat. Attach it. Here we have a sacrum. Here, a vertebral column. This is a place for hypochondrium. Hypochondrium is a short 12th rib. We travel at 1,000 kilometers. We sit all the day, even at the moment of exacerbation of diseases, and don't suffer. Why? We have no burden on the sacrum. We redistributed it. In addition, we additionally receive an easy massage effect in this area. Then, in the first place, stimulate the work of the liver and adrenal glands. So, we have found out about 2 options. What else can you tell us? The third option, I'll open a little medical secret. Osteochondrosis of the thoracic spine with myositis and intercostal neuralgia can give a clinical picture very similar to an attack of stenocardia. If you look at the pillow in this projection, it's very similar to the human scapulars. We place it on the back of the seat. So we just turn it over, so that scapulars lay down here, and the working surface was between the scapulars. Short, deep muscles move, ribs move, intercostal neuralgia disappears. And now we see the fourth option of Gordienko's pillows using. The fourth option is used in cases where a person has serious problem in the form of protrusions, small hernias, and there is osteochondrosis. Today's medicine offers 2 solutions. First, traction. The second, surgical method. I suggest the first option if there are no Contraindications. Fold the pillow in a certain way. We obtained the world's first real orthopedic roller, one of the functions of which is traction of the spine in the home conditions. We take a calvarium, fix it, lie down, put down my hands and relax. What's happening? The mass of the head multiplied by the lever makes it possible to do traction of the spine. In this way, we can fight with protrusions, with osteochondrosis. We restore normal blood flow through the vertebro-basilar artery in the basilar basin. Cluster headaches, Meniere's syndrome, sony tooth, dizziness disappear. Eyesight, hearing improve. We come home after a day's work, twisted the pillow in this way, rest for 20 minutes. After we had a traction of the spine, the most important task for us is to fix the obtained results. We turn the roller backwards. We have roller for sleep, fixation of the head in the occipital region, unloading of the neck muscles, free flow of the blood through the vertebral vein, unload the collar region. Let's suggest all these methods to test for Tatiana. We folded the pillow like a roller, took it with our hands and threw it behind our head, fixed the calvarium and lay down. With each exhalation there is an attraction. An additional exercise is yoga stretching. Using this lever, there is a traction, which is quite enough for the cervical and lumbosacral sections. So, show us, please, the fourth option. Fifth option is a direct continuation of the fourth. Roller simply unfold. The horns should replace the scalene muscles. We received a sleep roller with a fixation of the head in the occipital region. This allows to relieve the muscles of the neck, the collar area. From the muscle of the forehead to the fingerprints, all the muscles can relax. I want to teach our people to learn to sleep on their backs. Word back translates from Ukraine, how sleep on it. Not on your side, not on your stomach, but on your back you have to sleep. Sleeping on the side, the person subconsciously controls the flow of upper limbs. He sleeps on his right side, his right arm goes numb. The question is, when do we have a rest? When a person learns to sleep with a fixed head on his back, he doesn't have this problem. 50% of wrinkle on the face of the fact that we are sleeping on our faces. We all night impudently and shameless create wrinkles on our face. Then in the morning we go to the mirror and say, of course, the years have a power. We go to cosmetician, pay much money for injections of beauty, and you will get a result that surprise you and upset your cosmetician. Such a pillow is needed to be in each family. It should be used for a child of a school age, for an adult and an old person. 36 countries are known about Gordienko's orthopedic transformer. It was presented at the World Medical Exhibition in Dubai and the All-European Exhibition in Barcelona. For more detailed information, you can visit our site gordienko.com.ua. And at the end of our program, please remind us what diseases can we avoid using Gordienko's pillow. Varienko's veins of legs and of pelvic organs, thrombophlebitis, thrombosis, congestive prostatitis, hemorrhoids, arthrosis, coxarthrosis, intervertebral hernia, drums with coccyx, sciatica. It's nice that Ukrainian medicine is developing. We would like to say thank you for your inventions and participation in our program. Thank you very much. In 2 weeks after this program, we met with Tatiana. We have interested how does she use Gordienko's pillow and does she have a positive effect. 2 weeks have passed. I bought Gordienko's pillow, even 2. I use them on seats, on back of the seat, in the office and at home. Results are very positive. I am very satisfied with this product. I would like to say thank you to Professor Gordienko and his invention.